No doubt that there are a lot of challenging jobs out there, but at the moment, few compare to life as a prison officer.
Yeah, reports of violence are up, staff numbers are down, and complaints of drug use are widespread. But one officer has managed to overcome all that, as Raphael Rowe has found out.
Life in Britain's jails is under the spotlight. Assaults on staff are now at their highest on record. There are staff shortages and chronic overcrowding. And some critics believe it's creating a toxic cocktail in a system that's in meltdown. In an attempt to recruit more staff into the profession, the government have announced a pay rise for some officers in London and the South East. But with unsociable hours and the threat of violence, the question is, who'd want to be a prison officer? Someone like 55-year-old Bernadette Hare. She's one of 130 officers guarding 1,100 inmates here at Bullingdon Prison in Oxfordshire. Raphael from the One Show.
Hello, sweet, you alright?
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, and you?
Bernie's been patrolling these corridors for 10 years, and I'm here to spend the day with her.
We've got lifers, we've got sex offenders, drug dealers, burglars. We've pretty much got the whole shebang.
Yeah.
Nurse at 10 o'clock, I'll get someone to come and get you out, sweetheart. Alright?
What does it take to be a prison officer?
You've got to find your gift, if you like, your special thing. Mine's my yapping. You know what I mean? I can talk. Well, we've got the swagger coming now, come on. Get that swagger going. You need to be confident. You can't show fear. That's one thing you can't do in this job. Yes!
Having spent some time in prison myself, I'm interested to know if Bernie faces any additional challenges as a female prison officer working in an all-male prison.
You know, a lot of these I could be their mum, I could be their grandma in some cases. Unfortunately, it's no coincidence that you have a lot of female staff in a male prison. In all the badness that goes on, there is still the female staff are a bit more protected than the male staff.
By
the other prisoners.
Oh, really?
Yes, really. There is still an ethos of you don't attack a female member of staff. I've been saved by prisoners on more than one occasion. I've had prisoners come to my aid.
The Justice Secretary is calling for more people to become prison officers.
Yeah.
You know, they're fearful because of the violence they expect. What is it that you see?
You see a lot of stuff that you don't want to see. You know, you get people that are high on drugs, that are, you know, they're violent.
Although we're not allowed to directly film any prisoners, what I've seen today is very different. You haven't caught it on camera, but I've already witnessed prisoners hugging you.
Yeah.
I mean, in my day, that just didn't happen.
No. You all right, darling? You sure? Yeah, good. You've got to be a nurse, you've got to be a teacher, you've got to be a counsellor, you've got to be a psychologist, you've got to be their mother, you know, you've got to be everything.
In fact, Bernie's approach has won the respect of many inmates.
How are you? You all right?
Oh, yeah. Hello, sweet, you all right? If you treat people the way you want to be treated, then it's reciprocal. It's really a rewarding job. People think it's all violence and everybody stabbing each other and blah, 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 blah. It's not like that at all.
But it does
because
happen.
It does happen. It happens an awful lot. It happens more than we would like it to happen. And that's down to staff shortages, unfortunately. You know, it's not rocket science that they've cut staff, the violence has gone up, self-harm's gone up, because we don't have enough time to spend with prisoners.
For Governor Ian Blakeman, Bernie's a valuable member of staff.
She's got a really good balance of being quite disciplined but really friendly with prisoners at the same time, and prisoners really respect her. I think more than anything, most won't play up around her because they don't want to let her down.
But what would you say to people who are believing in what they've read in the papers, you come into this job, your life is at risk?
Sometimes prisons are difficult, but most of the time they're not. They're good places to work in, it's a people job, and actually it's one of the few jobs where you can have a real impact on people, you can help people to change.
2 days later, and it's a very different day for Bernie. The prisoners put her forward for an award at St James's Palace in London.
I'm very out of my comfort zone, I have to say. It's not me at all.
Bernie is one of a number of people being honoured by the Butler Trust for dedication and skill in her field. But what she doesn't know is her outstanding contribution has earned her this year's top award.
I have great pleasure in announcing that this year's Princess Royal's Prize goes to Bernadette Hare.
I was shocked. absolutely shocked. I didn't know what to say. I was shaking so much I thought I was going to drop it. I had no idea. I was like, wow. Pretty much, wow.
For Bernie and her husband Dave, it's the end to a perfect day.
I actually said you'll win it, but she didn't believe me. Good job, my husband's got faith.
So unassuming, isn't she?
So lovely. Thank you so much to Bernie there for letting us spend the day with you. Round of applause. I think she deserves it.